One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Notre Dame coming off a 10-win season, but there was a sour taste in their mouth after they were left out of the college football playoff. Marcus Freeman has so many great recruits loaded with talent. He knows this team is going to have a huge chip on their shoulder as they try to get back into the college football playoff this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. So Notre Dame's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Moore, play action. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead, but how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these two top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves with some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Dante Moore unloads to the wideout. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. More to throw for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. There's a crease. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Making side adjustments here. They'll give it to him again. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
It's going to be fun to watch this receiving group, I think, for Notre Dame this season. I think one of the things Marcus Freeman's done a really good job of in recent years is go to the portal and bring difference makers at the receiver spot. It was Malachi Fields coming over for Virginia, the big, tall body making big plays downfield last year for the Irish. And this has always been a position, David, that we thought was always a little bit behind some of the elite competition in college football, but it feels like that's starting to change now.
And Greathouse and Faison both back, so obviously some experience there, but then bringing in some ultra-talented, highly recruited receivers from Ohio State. Those guys usually pan out pretty well to have that speed element. And a couple of guys that maybe click now with this C.J. Carr offense and the passing attack, which went from a liability a couple years ago to a strength.
Throwing, Carr. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Quarterbacks work so hard on those mechanics, but sometimes things start moving fast and they get away from you.
But it does, and when you get on that back foot, a lot of times that ball's going to drift, and you're not coming through the target, so you're not putting enough mustard on it to get it to finish through your target and the ball to get there in a hurry. So all those mechanics are things you work on, but you're right. When you put a defense in front of you, it kind of changes that thing a little bit.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
And he tacked on the extra point. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore. It's complete on the right side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, I know at the end of last year, a lot of people were wondering what was going to happen with Dante Moore. Was he going in the draft? People were talking about him being the first overall pick after that blowout loss in the playoff to Indiana. He decided to come back, and no one is happier than Dan Lanning at Oregon and the fans. And by the way, this quarterback room now, David, loaded. Of course, they got Dylan Raiola from Nebraska as well.
Yeah, and Dante Moore, to me, like, does he take that next step? And you saw flashes of Dante Moore where it's great. Like, it is elite of elite. The Iowa game a year ago, when you needed it, had to have a play, he can make it. Can he continue to be that guy consistently and not to make some of those mistakes? Because there is no denying this dude's talent. It's upper echelon level. It's first-round draft pick type stuff.
First play of the period will be a second down. Throwing Moore. Got the back over the middle. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moore to the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Swings it out to the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. Hit as he throws. And the missed connection on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Ducks will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet?
Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Ducks. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And nice vision by the linebacker, understanding and diagnosing pass right away. Getting his eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, making the huge interception, and then taking it back to the high school days, man. In his glory days at the running back spot, running all the way to the house and scoring the touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. Come the Irish, back on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
Quarterback making checks. Here's Carr to throw. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30.
Booster. Slide. Return. Q. Check.
To the air, it's Carr. Oh, they're after him. Got a man in the middle. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Might be changing the route. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Got it. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Carr is It's complete to the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can spell the touchdown from here.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Takes the handoff. It's Walton. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Iron! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The run inside. It's Davison. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's Moore to throw. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now here's Moore. Under fire. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Dante Moore. Rushes on him. Looking deep down the right side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? DBs will try to keep everything in front. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Hoosiers on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He's got it on the right. Now on 1st down from the 30.
Check, check. 28-29 belts. 28-29 belts.
Might be calling a hot route.
Where did he go?
Running inside. It's Walton. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. And he'll be brought down.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Booster. Ready, go.
They're in the gun. 3rd down. Here's Carr. He's got him. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Walton. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Calls his own number, and the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Reads it, fires complete. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Throwing, Carr. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy. Remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down.
They call 3rd down money down for a reason. Like 2nd down, they get the sack, put them in a situation where it's a known passing situation. And how about this offense, man? They're trying to throw the football down the field, but this guy doesn't panic. He doesn't flinch. Does a nice job. Nobody covered. Doesn't force the football. And even better, takes off, scrambles, and gets the big 1st down for this offense.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll move the tight end. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. The run inside. It's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him. And he gets the sack.
Quick release on the RPO. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
They send the tight end in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go play action with Moore. Blasted as he lets it go. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Going to try to get it himself. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Moore. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number 1. Understand it.
Makes the grab in their space. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. The Ducks trying to cash it in on first and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Moore will throw. Back's looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's fourth and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! The Ducks with the answer.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Now on second down. He wants to change this route. Here's Carr to throw. Got his man on the right. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here and this drive takes on a different complexion. Back to pass, it's Carr. Right on the money. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage.